Yo, what is up guys, it's FullySpaced here, and today I thought I'd do something a bit different. Today I thought I'd head over to one of my previously built builds, and we actually do the interior for once. Usually I just kind of do the exterior, but today I want to go through some interior designs and kind of show you how I built my interiors. Now I haven't done a video like this before. I do have a lot of videos on my channel where I show off a lot of interior designs, as you can see in the distance over here. Now not all of these are going to fit into something this small, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, and we can create and see what we can come up with. The first thing I want to do is get some lanterns. I want to get some lanterns to create some light in here, and I want to grab some stairs because we're going to need a staircase that takes us up to the top. Now what I'm thinking is we're going to have this as some sort of bench at the back here, and we're going to have a staircase that comes from this side here and just heads up. Now because we have nothing on the back here, we don't have to worry about covering up windows or anything, which is perfect for us and gives us a lot more time to kind of play around with things and not create such a mess. Now once you're up here, you can see the staircase is already, it's slightly off-centered because the build up here is actually raised on this side. So what you could do is you could add a, for example, some trapdoors, and you could add a railing that goes around like so, and we'll do that all the way around. Here, go here, and then here. Now the good thing about this is you can't fall down your staircase. Only downside is, one, when you're creating something like this, you won't be able to place anything on this side here, or this block here, or on these blocks here. Now that is the only really real downside you'll get to it. It does look pretty cool. If you want, you could add something like that in there as well, just to give that, you know, remove that whole massive gap and give a bit of you know, it's I don't know how to explain this one, but when you're walking up the stairs, you could have, if you don't have this, you have like a massive gap. This just kind of brings it down a bit. You don't need it there. It's just there, and if you want, you could move it down by one. That would take you down here, and then you can, if you're in Java, you can place something on it like a lantern or a pot with a flower in it, for example. Let's get some flowers, and we'll do that. So we can have something like this. You could even raise that by one, so have it back to where it was on here, and then you could have a lantern hanging from it. That shouldn't block you on this side, but I'm going to keep it with the pot and the flower. Now upstairs is obviously going to be the bedroom, so I'm going to start on that later on. Downstairs, this is going to be where we kind of live and work. So what I'm going to do is, I feel like barrels are a great way to kind of have a bit of storage that's very cheap, so we'll get some barrels. We're going to need the essentials, crafting tables, furnaces. Now, first thing I want to check on this build actually is, does it have a chimney? It does. Now if you generally build chimneys on your builds, you'll notice that somewhere here, yep, here, you actually have a space where you can knock this out and you can put furnaces in, because you can't see, obviously if you break this you can see straight out, and if we break the one that I put the furnaces in, it's covered up by the chimney. So if I actually move this chimney over to here on this block here, then we could have had a 2 wide furnace. However, we're only about to have a 1 wide furnace that goes into the wall, because I didn't bring over this side. I actually put it in here, which obviously doesn't quite do it justice, but you know, we can have 1 wide furnaces in there, and then probably something like, you're probably going to have a crafting table and completely forget about that bottom furnace. Maybe shouldn't have even added that one. And then we can have, I'd say, a trapdoor and a barrel under the stairs. I'm going to have like a barrel here, with trapdoors there. Just gives you a bit of space to work with. Now if you really wanted to, you could actually have chests here, or you could add some trapdoors here and then add chests, but they will not open because of the way chests work in this game. You can't open them when there's a full block above them, so you would have to replace these with slabs, and hopefully, yeah, you'd have to knock this, where is it, these two here, and just put slabs here and here. Obviously it won't look as good. You'll have a little gap, but you will be able to put a chest up there, which is a good thing to do. So you can have a chest up here. There will be a gap there, but you can actually open the chest, and you could keep these as barrels if you wish. Once again, to note, won't be able to place anything on these blocks here because this is too low. So that's just something to take into consideration. Then once again, we can add something like a lantern. I just add it on. If you're on Java, you can add it on the trapdoors. If you're on Bedrock, I imagine you can probably add it on a crafting table. I'm not really sure how the mechanics of that work. If not, just add a chain here and put a lantern. It will work the same way. And then obviously we've got a lot of space here, but I don't want to cover up the window. So what I might do is just get something as simple as a pot and a sapling. Create a bit of space. Obviously, if you want, you could add a skull there or something. And then what I'm going to do is add just a little stair here with a sign, just somewhere you can sit when you want, once you walk into the room, like that. And then over here, this is probably where I want my kind of brewing area. So what I'm going to do is have a stair and a stair, and then we grab one of those trapdoors again, like so. And then from here we're going to grab a brewing stand, and we'll place that on top. Once again, can't place. I don't know if you can place brewing stands on top of trapdoors on other versions of Minecraft, but it's really up to you if you want to do that. It works on Java. I'm not sure if it does on Bedrock, so you might have to place it on top of the stair. You can put barrels in the floor for storage. If you have seen, you can use spruce and barrels upside down, and you get this really cool flooring. You could use that as well as creating a way to store things. So you can have barrels in the floor that you can access as well. And then just small things like this, you can change the barrels if you want. You could actually change all of this barrels for more storage. Obviously it gives you more storage and it's not in the way, so it's quite a nice one to have. I'm just going to add like a skull, like a skeleton skull or something, just facing this way. So we have a bit more stuff down here. And on this side we've got the brewing stand. We're going to need a cauldron with water. So what I'm going to do is get cauldron, some water. I might actually add this on this side here. If we remove that, or we could actually remove the skull, place the cauldron there, water, then we get a hook. Now as you can see, when you're going along you can really play around and do whatever you want. There's so much possibilities, and you can add little on Java you can add things like this, where you can just add a kind of little shelf that kind of holds things. So you can add a shelf and then put your skull on top of it like so. And then obviously if you sit down you'd be sitting under the shelf, so don't stand up, otherwise you will bump your head. We've got the nice little chest up there for storage, plenty of storage down the bottom here as well. Back to our brewing area, so we've got this, we've got our water over here. Now if you wanted nether warts in here, I guess we could go with nether warts, and then we could get some soul sand. And then what we could do is replace one of these blocks, for example, like this, get some nether warts, place that on there, get a trapdoor that I have here, you can place that like that. It gives you a nice little kind of nether wart stand area. And then you can have some more shelving units up here as well. I can't place one there because of the thing, because of the nether wart. You could place one floating if you wish, just don't put the trapdoor into it. It does look like it's kind of floating and it doesn't give kind of a shelving effect, but it's really up to you if you want to do that. And then there's a lantern on the outside. You could put a lantern hanging on the inside too. It will look a bit weird if we do that, but it might be something to do. So you can have something like that in here. And then already we've got a bit of space. I don't want to cluster this side so we can actually move around in here. So if you need things like blacksmith tables and that, just replace some barrels, the barrels with them. So you could have a blacksmith tables there. You got furnaces in the wall, crafting tables. If you need the blacksmith tables, put them there. Obviously enchanting room will probably have to be an underground thing if you wanted to in this. I'm just kind of showing you what you can do with the interior of these builds, for example. And once again, you can add shelves that kind of hang off anything. So it's really up to you. You can have shelves here if you want. It will kind of cluster you a bit more, make things a bit harder. I'm actually going to replace that with a lantern though. Just keep the brightness up in here. And you can even add a little, if you wanted to, either sea lanterns or glowstone. You can grab those, place them on the floor, get some carpet. It's a nice little way to hide some of the lighting. And just place some carpet over the top like so. And you can place carpet all over the place, just here and there. And if you want to, you can add some purple wool and things like signs. Obviously you can't place carpet on, but you can break the block and it gives you this kind of rugged carpet design like so. So we can have some carpet down here, looking very nice. And then upstairs is a nice kind of decoration design as well we got going. Obviously upstairs we won't be able to put the purple wool because you'll be able to see it through the ceiling. So this one obviously you can't place it on here because all the trapdoors. So it's really up to you how you want to go about that. Now in this back section here, I'm going to use as a bit of a storage area. So what I'm going to do, maybe have something like this. We'll have some trapdoors and things in there too. So we'll have something like that and that. And then we can use it with pots, sapling. I've already got those on my hotbar. I'm going to add a lantern here. You could actually add a chain and a lantern here. So it's really up to you. So yeah, we've got a bit of storage. It's just a workspace here. I could actually add a lectern and a book here, just to look like kind of reading corner. Even that, if we wanted to, we could add the bookshelves instead of the barrels. But I might just do like a 50-50 like this, and place that, get a stair, and then maybe some signs. So when you're thinking about building, you always want to, you know, figure out what you're kind of building. So when I'm doing the interior, I want to know where I'm putting things. So reading corner, this is my reading corner. You don't have to have a reading corner. You can build whatever you want. It's an interior design. Obviously this is my upstairs bedroom, so I'm going to have a little reading corner up here. I might even have a little wardrobe here somewhere. So if I added like 2 doors, because I can't add the barrels underneath to store the storage that I would usually do, I'm going to add 2 doors. And then I'll add the trapdoors on this side, if I can just get in that corner there. And then I'll add one there. That raised up by 2. Then we come here and do the same, like so. Now we've got this small little storage, and then you can just place some armor stands in there and put your armor in there. And that's kind of like a little closet area for your items, for example. Just grab some items like diamonds, and then you can have like you can have a netherite if you really want as well. So you can just kind of store your armor sets in there if you have multiple armor sets, like so. And then just close those out. You got a nice place to store. Now bed, easy one. I want a large bed, and I'm probably going to keep up with the bed design that I always use. I'm going to go with the theme of purple because I had a purple flooring downstairs. And then I'm going to get the signs, trapdoors, campfires, banners, and a shovel. And that should be a nice way to round this bed off. We're going to have a large bed. We're going to have it looking like this. Now usually I would add campfires here, but because the roof is here, I don't think I can actually do that because it will break straight to the outside. So I can't really add those in there. Usually it would look like this, and you'd have campfires coming across here. Obviously if you can't do that, it's just a simple fix. Just use trapdoors across the top like so. And then we can add some banners that hang off the trapdoors like this. I don't think you'll be able to do this in other versions of the game, which will give you a nice little free kind of free seated bed there. You could probably even add the campfires in the top here, extinguish those, and put the trapdoors underneath. We'll give it like a raised effect, but I don't think it's worth doing. It might even be better just to grab a slab and kind of crush that across the top. Might be better. Something like that, yeah. We'll just give you a bit little kind of design to it. Once again, maybe even, I just lifted that up. Maybe even, yeah, you're playing around with it, so you could have just a raised bit of the trapdoors. It's really up to you. It will look a lot better if we could get if the roof was a slightly bit higher, which is my downside for making it so small. Obviously you can see the stone in the wall where the chimney is. It's not a problem. You can cover that up with whatever you want. A nice simple way to cover that up is a nice little painting there. You can put painting at the top of the stairs, cover that up, and then you could have some like desks and things just plotted around. So we could have, or we could even have a little sofa. So we'll have I don't want to block the way to get into the staircase, but we could have a little sofa at the end of the bed here. You can look out the window if you really want as well. It will make it a little bit cramped, but thankfully we have 2 ways to walk down, so nothing too bad up here. And then obviously we're going to need some more lighting because it's very dark, so we can add a lantern there. And then what else can we do? We could, I think that's it. It's going to be very cramped if we start throwing down more. I think adding a bit of purple carpet in, but not too much. It's going to be my next thing. I can add purple carpet in roughly a few places, not many. So like that. Yeah, that would do. No, that's just broken that. We can't use the painting on that if we break it by placing those down. So our best bet will probably to be either painting and remove these. And I didn't mean to do that. That would do. And you can just have like a rugged carpet. It's just kind of a bit broken and all over the place, which looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then downstairs, I'm very happy with how downstairs looks very good. I kind of think the rugged carpet design should match all over. So maybe something like that. And that. And that's looking great. There we are. Nice little way to decorate your interior. Hopefully this gave you some kind of inspiration on how I create it, or some tips on how I create my interior designs. And yeah, I'm actually really happy with the way it came out. It's a nice little interior. So if you want to see more videos of me kind of going over and decorating my previous builds that I haven't actually decorated, then leave a like, comment, and please let me know, because I actually really enjoyed doing this. I enjoy doing interior designs. So if you want to see me kind of recreate more interiors and things, then drop a comment down below. Yeah, and I hope you guys are all having a good day, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.